Hello and welcome to Progress Immigration Services video channel, your immigration mentors and complete resettlement solutions. Please subscribe our channel to get latest updates and currently active immigration options.
Hello everyone, my name is Faraz. I'm working for Progress Immigration Services since 2003. Until date, we have helped thousands of families to settle in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK and some European countries as well. Today, I will give you information about FSW program, as it is one of the most common and favorite program for the new migrants. In 2020, Government of Canada have decided to take more than 340,000 families in Canada under this program. And I will explain you about how the system works, how the express entry works, how you can submit the application, what are the requirements, how CRS ranking system works, what are the documents, how you can submit the application. So all this information I will give you in today's video. So let's start. It's one of the biggest countries of the world with very low population. Canada is divided into 10 provinces. They have 10 provinces. Each province in Canada have its own immigration system. For example, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, Quebec, Ontario, they all have their own provincial nomination programs, but in today's video I will not discuss about these provincial nomination programs. I just wanted to focus on the FSW program, because you have two ways to immigrate to Canada. Number one, you can directly apply to the provinces, or you can apply through a federal skill immigration system, which is the express entry system. The chances of getting a provincial nomination is higher if you are submitting your application through a federal skill immigration system. So Canada is one of the biggest countries area wise, and population wise it's very low population. They really need people in Canada. That's why the Canada is offering you immigration, so that you can move to Canada and settle down over there. Canada itself, the word Canada came from a Latin word called Canata, that means a place where people can live, a place where people can seek asylum. And Canada economy is based on immigration, so they really need people to come to Canada and settle down over there, help their economy. In today's video I just wanted to focus on the federal skill visas. So let's talk about the qualifying criteria, that how the Government of Canada will select you when it comes to the immigration. Canadian immigration is based on a point system. You need to make at least 67 points if you want to immigrate to Canada. How you can claim these 67 points? Based on the assessment factors. There are 5 assessment factors. Number 1, your age, education, experience, your English language ability and adaptability. They call it factors of assessment. So these 5 factors are very, very important to calculate your points, and you need to have at least 67 points to qualify for the immigration, to get into the pool. Now, how you can make these 67 points? I told you the 5 factors of assessment: your age, your education, your experience, your English language and adaptability. From these 5 factors you can claim the points. If your age is between 21 to 36, you can claim the maximum point, which is 12 points. So the maximum point you can claim for your age is 12. For your education, if you have a doctorate degree, you can claim 25 points. If you have master's degree, you can claim 23 points. If you have bachelor's degree, you can claim 21 points. If you have 2 or more post-secondary education, you can claim 22 points. So similarly, there is a point system or points calculator. You can download this point system from our website www.typemyform.com. So once you go there, we have a free assessment calculators available, so you can actually calculate your score yourself without going to a consultant. Similarly, you can claim the points for your experience as well. If you have 1 year experience, 2 year experience, 3 year experience, 4 year experience, you can claim your points. Now, this experience should be as per specification of the National Occupation Classification. This is very easy to find. Like, go to the National Occupation NOC website, HRDC website, and you can find your NOC number. There is no magic. You can always send us an email to find out what is your NOC number. So for experience, you can claim 15 points maximum. If you have 5 year experience, normally our clients have more than 5 year experience, so they can claim 15 points easily. English language ability. Now, you can prove everything. You can prove your age through your birth certificate, your passport, everywhere date of birth is there. You can prove your education, you can prove your experience. But how to prove your English? Earlier, like before 2005, if I'm not wrong, the visa officers have the authority to judge your English language. But this authority have been taken back from the visa officers because they were wrongly assessing the people, maybe. So now there is a system, IELTS, International English Language Testing System. So you need to pass the IELTS exam in order to claim the points. For each factor you can claim points. Again, we have details available on our website, so you can calculate your score. The maximum score you can claim in your language, English language, is 24. Now, adaptability. Adaptability, basically there are a lot of sub factors are there, like, you know, if you have previously educated in Canada, if you have experience in Canada before, or if you have a job offer in Canada, or if your wife have education or experience, or she is educated, you can claim 5 points for the adaptability for the wife education, plus 5 points if you have relatives, plus 10 points if you have experience or education in Canada. So if you calculate these points, it is 100 total. So out of 100, you need to have at least 67 points to qualify for the immigration. If you have 67 points, you can actually proceed and submit your application for Canada immigration. Now, the next topic after the assessment, and we can help you to figure it out, like, you know, how much score is there. This is very easy actually to assess a person. We have like free assessment tools. Our assessment tools will be like this, where, you know, we have a detailed information about, you can easily calculate your score by using, you know, our points calculator. So you can download this. It's a free download, so you can get it from our website typemyform.com. Okay. Now, if you have understood the assessment factors and the points, let's calculate the points for a trial basis only. For example, you have to you can download assessment calculator from our website www.typemyform.com, and you can easily calculate your own score as well. Here I don't know about your profile, so I'm just calculating a points, assuming that, you know, we have some inquiry and we are calculating his score. So if somebody comes to me and his age is, let's say, 34, so if he have 34 years of age, his score will be 12, and he have a bachelor's degree. So for bachelor's degree, which is a 3-year or longer post-secondary education, he will claim 21 points. So 12 plus 21, and he have 5 years experience. Actually, he have more than 5 years experience, so we can give him 15 points for his experience. Adaptability, he is married, his wife can speak English. He also have a bachelor's degree, so we can give him 5 additional points. He don't have relatives in Canada, so forget about the relatives points. His English is good, and he have got 7.5 in listening and 6.5 in reading, speaking and writing. With this score, he can get 20 points. You can calculate, this is average score actually. Normally people can get 6.5 easily. There is no problem with that one. The minimum required score is 6. So your score will be, your score should be 6 or above for Canadian immigration under FSW program. There are some programs where even lower IELTS is going to work under provincial nomination programs. Some pilot programs are there, so even with the lower score you can still migrate to Canada. But here we are only talking about the FSW program, so I'm putting the conditions applicable to this program only. So 20 point for the language ability. He don't have a job offer, so I'm not going to give him any points for the job. So his total score as per my calculation is 73. That means he is qualified for the immigration. Now what next? Like, he have the required score, which is 67. He have more than 67. It doesn't matter if you have 70, 75, 68. It's not going to make any difference that how much more score you have, because it is not a pooling system or based on a criteria on these points. These points are just an indicator that you are qualified to process the application to the next level, and you can submit your express entry profile. Now, if you want to submit the express entry profile, you should have a proof of all these factors, the factors which I have just explained it to you. You need to prove your age, you need to prove your education, you need to prove your experience, you need to prove your language ability, and you need to prove your adaptability factors. There is no documentary proof required at this stage. It's just an online application, so you don't have to provide any documents or provide any evidence for these factors. Now, there are two things. For example, your English, you cannot prove your English just saying that I can speak English. You need to go for the exam called IELTS. Apart from it, you need to go for the credentials evaluation as well. Without credentials evaluation, you cannot proceed to the next level. So I can say this is the first step, that you need to go for the credentials evaluation. You need to check whether your degree is approved. Normally all the degrees are approved in Canada, and they will do the equivalency easily, until or unless your degree is online degree or distance learning. Then some problems can happen. But if you went to a college, if you went to a college and you have studied 3 years for a bachelor degree after higher secondary, you can easily do the credentials evaluation. At the moment, there are 4 assessment bodies in Canada that can do the credentials evaluation. WES is very famous and most common to do the evaluations. So we can send your degree to WES, World Education Canada, and we can do the assessment for you. The first step, we have to create an online profile for your degree. Your degree we have to send copies to the World Education Services, WES. They will do the initial evaluation, and after that they will approve your degree, and they will give you a credentials evaluation number, which is required to submit the CIC profile. CIC profile is completely an online application where we have to go to the CIC website and submit your profile. Now, once you submit the application, it will go into the pool of applicants. Everyone from around the world, whoever is submitting the application, it will go into the pool. From the pool, the government is selecting candidates to invite them to submit the application for the PR, permanent residence application. Lot of provinces also, they are looking into the pool and they are selecting people directly from the pool itself. Once your application is in the pool, as I've told you that there is a ranking system, and you have a chance to be selected by the province if your score is above 300 and your occupation is in demand. Normally the demand categories are if you are from agricultural sector or accounts, engineering, construction, administration. Recently, Alberta have done the selection in these occupations. So if you are from these sectors, you have a great chance to be selected for the further processing of the application. If you have been invited, if you have been selected by the province or by the federal government to submit the application, they will give you 60 days to provide the documents. Normally, they will going to ask you to provide your all due diligence, documentation for your age, for your education, for your experience, your IELTS certificate. Apart from these documents, they will also require you to provide the bank statement. You need to provide proof that you are financially able to support yourself after landing in Canada. So it depends on the family members and the size of the family. For a single applicant, it is approximately 13,000 Canadian dollars, and if you have more family members, you can add 3,000 for each family members. These are rough ideas, it's not the exact calculation. Exact calculation is available on our website, so you can always check exactly how much amount is required as a proof of funds. Apart from proof of funds, you also need to clear your medicals, and police clearance certificates are required. If you are living in a country other than your country of nationality, you need to provide 2 police clearance certificates, one from your country of origin and one from country of residence. And in last 10 years, if you have lived in multiple countries for more than 1 year, you have to provide the police clearance certificate from each country. I hope it's clear. Once you provide all these documents, the CIC, Citizenship and Immigration Canada, will going to process your application. Normally, it will take between 4 to 6 months to issue a landing papers. Once you get the landing papers, you have 12 months to land in Canada. Once you land in Canada, you can apply for the PR, which will going to be ready in a month or 6 weeks. You will going to get your PR cards, permanent residence cards, that will enable you to have all the benefits as a Canadian citizen. You have free medicals, free education, you have social services, excellent social services. Actually, Canada is ranked the best country to live by the United Nations, and in last 7 years they are winning this award. Last 7 consecutive years they are winning this award. Canada is the best country to live. Lot of other benefits are also there. You can purchase property. You can also apply for a citizenship once you will complete 3 years in Canada out of 5 years. So I will explain you this in near future, after landing what to expect in Canada. I don't want to emphasize a lot on this topic at the moment. Once you get the landing papers, you will have 12 months to make the landings. It is very important. It is must that after getting the landing paper, you should land in Canada within 12 months. After landing in Canada, if you wish, you can return back to your country of residence, and then you can again spend some time, wind up your things, and then move back to Canada again. You will have approximately 2 year extra time which you can spend outside Canada. So it's flexible. There is no problem with that one. But 3 years you have to complete in Canada at least to apply for the nationality. If you are not able to complete 3 years in Canada, complete at least 2 years in Canada to renew the PR. If you complete 2 years, you can renew your PR for the next 5 years, and then you can complete another 1 year in a block time of 5 years to get the passport or the nationality. I hope it's clear. If you have any confusions, any doubt, you are always welcome to write to us. And in my next videos, I will include question and answer session also, so that most of your questions, of course at the moment I cannot answer because I don't know about your specific situations. But if you write to me, I will be able to answer these questions more efficiently and targeting those areas which you are interested in. Thank you very much.